Okay. Oh. Awesome. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, that's a nice one, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I remember to bring them.
Yeah. Thanks, I really appreciate that. Yeah. What in the world is that? Hello and welcome to Littlestown's Memorial Field here on this fine Sunday afternoon in South Central Pennsylvania. It's George Marinos bringing you all the live South Penn League action. We've got one game in the league today, so all eyes will be on this one as the Littlestown Dodgers host the Cashtown Pirates in Game 4 of their best-of-5 South Penn semifinal series. The Dodgers looking to stay alive here today after a 7-0 loss yesterday up at Cashtown. The first 2 games of this series were both walk-offs, but yesterday the Pirates scored early and often as they took off with the 2-1 lead in the series. So we'll take a look at Littlestown's defense here as they line up behind starter Justin Gladhill. Sam Wirtz is over at first base. At second base is Brandon Nail. The shortstop for Littlestown, Justin Keith. Over at third base for the Dodgers, Travis Inch. The outfield from left to right, Jacob Cromer in left field. In center is Justin Brookhart. And over in right field for the Dodgers is Jake Saylor. Behind the plate today, Curtis Harmon. And on the hill, Justin Gladhill. As he's ready to deliver the first pitch, Zach Ketterman driving this one deep to right center. That one is down. Ketterman racing for second. Here comes the throw in. It hops away from Keith, the shortstop covering, from Nail, the second baseman covering, and in safely with a leadoff double is Zach Ketterman to begin things. So he's picking up right where he left off. We'll look at the rest of the Pirates lineup here as Travis Black, DJ Cool, Tyler Reinert, Mike Temple, Dylan Ed, Chris Shackle, and then we've got Cody Clausius and Aiden Julich rounding out the order for the Cashtown Pirates here today. Travis Black, the batter, and he'll square to bunt, putting this one down. One play for the pitcher Gladhill as he'll toss to Wirtz at first for the out. Sacrifice successful as Zach Ketterman up to third. So runner at third, less than 2 outs now here for DJ Cool, who's 7 for 17 this postseason after a 2-hit performance in game number 3 up at Cashtown. Scored the winning run in game number 1 of this series. Gladhill trying to prevent that runner from third coming in for an early run, as that one is a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to DJ Cool. So glad you tuned in here with us. A nice warm day with some good cloud cover here in Littlestown. So here's the pitch from Gladhill. That one misses high, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Those of you tuning in here with us, if you want a shout out on the broadcast, leave us a comment in the comment section. Sure, we'll have a bunch of people tuning in from the Cashtown, Gettysburg area that were unable to make the trip today, although a lot of Pirates fans here in attendance for this potential clinching game. That one called a strike, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dodgers looking to keep things going. If Littlestown wins today, there'll be a Game 5 in Cashtown on Tuesday night at 6 p.m., and we'll have that one here for you live on Fleaflicker Media. Cool standing there waggling the bat like a calm, cool customer, puts this one on the ground, in the air, foul, down the first base line. And the count stays steady at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cashtown's third baseman for the day. Cool, like so many of the other Cashtown players in the lineup, a graduate of Gettysburg High School. Gladhill to the belt. Here's the kick, the throw. Cool puts this one in the air down the right side. Coming in to catch it is Saylor. The tag from Ketterman, and he'll go back as Jake Saylor, the part-time catcher for the Dodgers, delivers a strike to the plate, preventing Cashtown from taking the early lead. What a play there by Jake Saylor, as he's caught the first 3 games of this series for Littlestown, but he's in right field here today. Ketterman still at third, as now to the plate comes Tyler Reinert. Red hot this postseason as Reinert had a home run in this ballpark 4 days ago in Game 2. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Reinert, 9 of 20 this postseason. Good for a .450 batting average. Has that home run. He's won the Outstanding Young Player Award for Cashtown several times over the last couple of years. A candidate for MVP this year for the Pirates. Ketterman the lead from third. Reinert takes that one a strike on the outside corner, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Similar zone here to what we were seeing, I believe, in Biglerville the other night for Game 2 of that series. As the low and outside pitch is looking like it's going to be a go-to for pitchers here today. Swing and a miss by Reinert. A breaking ball, and Gladhill puts him away. Working around the leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. Littlestown gets a big boost here in the top of the first. They'll come to bat, trying to score first on Sunday afternoon in the South Penn League. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, Cashtown sends out their defensive alignment here. It'll be Austin Kunkel on the hill for the Pirates in this one. Kunkel, who started 2 of the 3 games against the Frederick Flying Dogs in the first round for Cashtown. 11 innings over the span of 4 days for him. Well, in the postseason, those 2 appearances, the 11 innings pitched, he has a 1-0 record, 8 hits, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. .64 earned run average this postseason. The regular season for Kunkel, he threw 37 innings, was 5-0 with a .246 earned run average and 41 strikeouts. Defense behind him looks like this. Tyler Reinert is the first baseman for Cashtown. At second base, Travis Black. Over at shortstop is Zach Ketterman. The third baseman for the Dodgers, the reliable DJ Cool. In the outfield from left to right, Chris Shackle. Aiden Julich is in center. And over in right field for the Cashtown Pirates, Mike Temple. So Kunkel with that defensive alignment behind him. His battery mate in front of him is Dylan Ed, who has been the starting catcher for Cashtown this postseason. With J.C. Collins taking one of the games for Cashtown in their first round series against Frederick. The Littlestown batting order lines up like this. Justin Keith, the shortstop, hitting first. Brandon Nail, the second baseman in this 2-hole. Sam Wirtz, the third baseman and an offensive igniter, batting third. Travis Inch, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Jake Saylor in right, batting fifth. Justin Brookhart in center, batting sixth. The bottom third of the order starts with catcher Curtis Harmon, then left fielder Jacob Cromer, and pitcher Justin Gladhill to round things out. We're about ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning. Littlestown held Cashtown scoreless in the top of the first. And they'll look to break through with the first run here in game number 4. Team scoring first in this series is 1-2, as the first pitch from Kunkel is a ball. Littlestown scored first in game 1, lost. Cashtown scored first in game 2, lost. And then Cashtown was the only team to score in game 3. 2 balls and no strikes now to Justin Keith. Karima Grice tuning in here on the broadcast, as this one is chopped to the right side, fielded in foul territory by Reinert. Well, we'll have to look into having the Stars and Bars football game this November. And we'll take a look at that and see if we'll put that into our block of programming this fall. Fall, not a big time for live sporting events on Fleaflicker Media, as we're usually covering high school football highlights on Friday evenings. But Always looking to add coverage. In fact, the South Penn League coverage started as a request from a mother of one of the players a few years ago and has taken off since then. 3 balls and 1 strike. Keith, with a really good hitter's count here, pops this one up down the left side. And that is going to touch down in foul territory. In the shadows of Littlestown's new turf football field here. As you can see it off in the distance, we're playing at the site of the old football field, Memorial Stadium. It's quite a ride out to center field here, but left field plays pretty fair. Right field's a pretty deep shot, too. They don't have the distances posted on the outfield wall here. Ball 4, and Keith will jog to first base as Littlestown follows suit with what Cashtown did in the top of the first and gets the leadoff man on. The Cashtown will set up for the double play here as Kunkel will go back to work. Brandon Nail, the batter for Littlestown. Nail this postseason 2 for 13. This one popped up over towards our location. Reinert giving it a look. That one's going to touch down behind the Littlestown dugout here. They count no balls and 1 strike to Nail. Nail, a really good defensive player for Littlestown, but here in the last couple games he's been taking on added offensive responsibility, batting in the number 2 hole. As he looks to move Justin Keith along here, and Kunkel moving Keith back to first base as he'll throw over. Stealing bases, despite its waning popularity in the major leagues, is still a very popular thing and an important tool in the South Penn League. Dart to the outside corner, and the count no balls and 2 strikes now. As Kunkel looks to pick up his first out of the game here today. The 0-2 offering. This one hit on the ground to second. Black flips to short. Ketterman across to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play for the Pirates. And that'll wipe the bases clean. And an important thing with Sam Wirtz coming up here. Smooth transfer there from Travis Black as the Pirates get the quick turn at the second base bag, essential for getting a double play. Sam Wirtz striding to the plate for Littlestown. He's one of the few Dodgers that's actually had a really good postseason offensively as he's hitting 5 for 15. Strike, letter high on the outside corner, no balls and 1 strike. Wirtz, the first baseman for Littlestown, taking strike 2. Must not be the spot he's looking for. With 2 strikes now, he's going to have to be looking at all spots in that little box called the strike zone. Chops this one on the ground to short. Ketterman, the Western Carolina player, throws across the diamond for the out. 6-3 on the putout. No runs, no hits. Thanks to the double play, no men left. At the end of 1 inning, it's Cashtown 0 and Littlestown 0 here in Game 4 of the South Penn League Semifinals. Awaiting the winner of this game, or awaiting the winner of this series, as it were, will be the Hagerstown Braves. Game 1 of the South Penn League Championship Series is set for Thursday evening at 6 p.m. at North Hagerstown High School. Cashtown looking to punch their ticket to that dance here this afternoon. Littlestown looking to extend things one evening further and give themselves a chance in a winner-take-all Game 5 in Cashtown. Littlestown doing battle behind their starter, Justin Gladhill. Gladhill's regular season, he made 11 appearances, 6 of them were starts, 44 innings pitched, a 5-2 record. He was also one of 4 Littlestown pitchers to record a save this season. Excuse me, one of 3. As we come back to action here, Mike Temple, the batter for Cashtown, as he looks to lead things off in the second. That one misses. You count 2 balls and no strikes now to a guy who's pitched, played outfield and middle infield for Cashtown in Temple. Behind that one in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gladhill. For Temple, a 2-for-14 run this postseason. Playing right field today. Here's the kick. Check swing. He holds up but called a strike. Count even 2 balls and 2 strikes now here from Justin Gladhill. The twist in the delivery. Temple lines that one off the glove of the pitcher Gladhill and into center field. And Cashtown has their second hit of the game, both leadoff hits. So that'll set things up here for Dylan Ed. 2020 Gettysburg High School graduate. And wants to become a proud baseball program there in Gettysburg. Gladhill from the stretch as he was almost all first inning long. Ed's going to pop this one up on the right-hand side, and that one just misses. A car out here. A little worried there for a moment because my car's parked in that general vicinity, but then I heard the ball smack the macadam, so I figured everything was okay. 0-1 the count. Temple, his lead from first base. Looks like pretty much of a one-way lead here. This is Gladhill with the pitch, and that's a breaking ball that bends outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ed hit .301 during the regular season. 3 for 17 here during the postseason as he's looking to get it going. The Cashtown catcher faces a 1-1 count. This one is driven to right. Jake Saylor there for the catch. And 1 out here in the second inning. Apologize that we didn't get any of that catch on camera. It's always a difficult location to be halfway up the first base line and try to get things going on in the right field corner. Baseball really is a multi-camera sport, so this undertaking that we've done here with Fleaflicker Media, bringing you the live games with just 1 camera, has been interesting to say the least. Chris Shackle takes his stance in the batter's box now, and that one misses up high. Shackle ducking down. That one popped out of the hand of Gladhill there a little bit. For his efforts, Shackle will be ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes, with Mike Temple at first base. Pickoff throw over to the bag from Gladhill. Cashtown, a team that likes to run, not as much as the Hagerstown Braves, but 38 steals for Cashtown this regular season, 84% success rate. Popped up down the first base line, and that one will go foul. One ball and 1 strike here to Shackle, the left fielder for Cashtown. Once again, we've got the spam bots in our comment section, so we apologize for the annoyance of that. Shackle's going to pop this one up down the right field line again. Wirtz chasing it, circling it. It's going to be caught by Brandon Nail for out number 2. So Gladhill doing a nice job recovering from the leadoff single. George Marinos bringing you all the live action here of South Penn baseball. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Justin Gladhill and the Littlestown Dodgers trying to keep their season alive for one more day. Cashtown Pirates trying to punch their ticket to a 5th South Penn League Championship Series in 6 years. Cody Clausius is the batter. Chopped on the ground to second. Nail up with it. The throw across to Wirtz. And after the leadoff single, Gladhill retires 3 in a row. Temple left at first. At the end of an inning and a half, it's Cashtown 0 and Littlestown 0 here on Fleaflicker Media.
You walked right by me. I thought, oh, I knew him. I thought, that's awesome. Yeah. How you doing? Are you living in the area? Yeah, I was in New York. I work in Reading. Okay. So we're living in York. So I'm supposed to be in
Bottom of the 2nd inning, ready to get underway as you look at the beautiful scenery here in downtown Littlestown. Cashtown Pirates taking the field here. And the Dodgers will send up the heart of their order, 4, 5, and 6 to face Austin Kunkel. Travis Inch will be the first man up for Littlestown, the cleanup hitter for the Dodgers. Inch 3 of 14 this postseason for Littlestown. Kunkel the kick and the throw. This one bounced to the right side. Zach Ketterman up with it, throws across, and 1 pitch, 1 out for Kunkel here in the 2nd inning. Well, they've always said that the pitcher's best friend is a double play, and I've definitely agree with that, but the 1 pitch out, also the pitcher's best friend, because in this day of monitoring pitch counts and all that stuff, 1 pitch outs help keep it low. Jake Saylor, the batter, taking a strike at the knees, is the Littlestown right fielder. Chopped foul on the count, no balls and 2 strikes now to Littlestown's part-time catcher. Saylor 2 for 13 this postseason. One of the 2 was a huge hit though here on Thursday night. This one hit to Ketterman. He'll field that in the hole. Long throw across to Reiner. Dead on the money. Zach Ketterman handling the first 2 chances here in the bottom of the 2nd for Cashtown. And he does it very well. So 4 pitches and 2 outs here now for Kunkel. 3 ground balls to Zach Ketterman, the Western Carolina player who started 57 games at third base this year. in the collegiate ranks. That one misses, 1 ball and no strikes. Ketterman was a sophomore this year for Western Carolina. Popped straight up on the infield. Reinert over, and he'll haul it in. A 6-pitch inning for Austin Kunkel. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We'll head to the third here on Fleaflicker Media as we bring you live coverage of South Penn Semifinals game number 4. It was Justin Brookhart that made the last out of the second inning for Littlestown. So he takes his position now in center field for the Dodgers. Brookhart with the walk-off bases-loaded walk in Game 2 of this series here on Thursday night to provide Littlestown with a amazing come-from-behind victories. They trailed by 2 entering the last of the 7th inning. Justin Gladhill trying to make the final game of this series that's in Littlestown a successful one. As we mentioned earlier, Game 5, if necessary, will be in Cashtown on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. We'll have that for you live here on Fleaflicker Media. And then later on next week, starting Thursday, we'll have the South Penn League Championship Series for you. Game 1 will be coming to you live from Hagerstown on Thursday night at 6 p.m. We'll have one of these two teams in that game as the visitor. Littlestown trying to make the finals for the first time in, I believe, a decade. It's been 22 years since they won the 2000 South Penn League title. That pitch misses up high to Aiden Julich, seeing his first action of the series. There's a strike. Count 1 ball and 1 strike now. Julich rounding out the Cashtown order. Takes ball 2 and the count 2-1 to the center fielder here for Cashtown. Such a deep team, they can dip deep into their bench here and have a player with the athleticism of Julich to put in center field. Chopped foul at the plate. Like when I was playing Teener League, if I hit a ball like that, the dugout would have been yelling, "Hey, hit it the other way." So he literally hit that ball behind him. 2-2 now the count. Gladhill, an important man to get, is the top of the order coming up afterwards. Fouled off the plate, and Julich hanging tough here. Zach Ketterman, Travis Black will also get the chance to bat this inning, and if anyone reaches, then DJ Cole. And that's a part of the order that coming into today has combined for 12 for 33 on the postseason. Gladhill, the kick, the toss. This one fouled off our direction. And we'll have a 7th pitch in this at-bat. Already, Gladhill's thrown more pitches this inning than Kunkel did last half inning. The entire half inning. This one lashed up the middle. And a base hit for Julich, and Cashtown has the leadoff man on for a 3rd straight inning. See if they can finally punch through here. As Julich saw something to his liking on 2-2 after flipping a couple of balls foul. And that'll set things up now for Zach Ketterman. He's 1 for 1, led off the ball game with a double to the left center field gap. And be ready, because he's been swinging early. Gladhill with the pickoff throw to first, and diving in there safely is Julich. You needed to launder those pants after this game, though. Gladhill to the belt. The kick and the throw. Ketterman is laying down a bunt. They're going to throw to second. It is into center field, backed up nicely there by Brookhart. But still an error for the Dodgers here as Gladhill pounced off the mound, thought he had a chance to get the lead runner at second, and it looked like he did. The throw just tails a bit. The kind of way you normally see a pitcher throwing up the back of the mound to second base. But he was on the grass halfway between home and the mound. And Cashtown, beneficiary of the first miscue of this game, as they'll put 2 on here now with nobody out, and Travis Black certainly will be bunting here now. Well, he's not squaring on the first one, and that one squirts away from the catcher Harmon, and both guys move up. Now there will be no need for a bunt from Travis Black, as Julich into third. And over at second base now, Zach Ketterman. Surprised that Black didn't square on the first one there. You know, Littlestown was expecting it. Everybody who's paid attention to any of the games of this series was expecting it. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Suddenly a base open at first for Littlestown, but they don't want to mess around here with pitching around Black. Black 1 for 5 this postseason. The guy on deck, Cool, is 7 for 18. Followed by a guy who's 9 for 21 this playoffs in Reinert. The 2-0 pitch misses high, 3-0. Black had a notion of going after it, but he pulled back, and that one misses around the bandana of the Pirate logo on the front left breast pocket for Black. 3 balls, no strikes the count. What are the odds of these swinging here? He is, and he nubbles it through on the left side. That's going to score 1. Ketterman will hold up at third as Julich in to score the first run of the game. And Travis Black delivers big for the Pirates. Cashtown moving in front, 1-0. And they've scored 8 consecutive runs in this series. DJ Cole will now pick up men on the corners as Travis Black comes through with that hit. We'll have a word with first base coach J.C. Collins down there. First base coach and sometimes pinch runner. It's a meeting on the mound, or just behind the mound, and it breaks up now. Gladhill's got to buckle down here for the Dodgers. They don't want to get too far behind. They gave up a 5-run second inning in Cashtown yesterday, and that was enough for the Pirates to win the game, even though they tacked on a couple more. So Cool, the batter, flew out to right field. If he does that here, they might bring home a run. Although he had runner at third less than 2 outs when he flew out to right the last time. And Jake Saylor's throw deterred Zach Ketterman from coming home. One ball, no strikes the count. A Cool. Justin Gladhill in a world of trouble here in the third inning, and a breaking ball rolled just high. Get some whistles from the Littlestown dugout over here as they're not overly sure that one missed the zone. Black the lead from first. Looking a little antsy over there. As Gladhill will come to the plate. That one misses inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Second consecutive batter, Gladhill's 3-0, and maybe a little flustered after throwing that ball into center field on the bunt attempt. Three balls, no strikes to DJ Cole. Here's the kick, the toss. That one misses outside. Cole will discard the bat and head down to first. Almost disappointedly, you know, he wanted to swing the bat there, but fist bump for his first base coach as he passes the baton and loads the bases. Black up to second, and Ketterman remains at third. as the batter is Tyler Reinert, excuse me, as he looks to blow this game open. Line drive down the left field line. That's into the corner. It's booted by the left fielder. 2 runs are in as Black makes it 3-0. Reinert and Kuhl moving up to second and third respectively on what will be charged an error on the back end of that play in all likelihood. And the Pirates triple their lead with 1 swing of the bat. Reinert, his 10th hit of the postseason, and Cashtown with 3 in and set up for 2 more with still nobody out here in the 3rd inning. So the first run is unearned, although it was because of Gladhill's doing. Temple pops this one foul down the right field side, and Collins, the first base coach, with a leap after it. He'll go get it. Cashtown staring right at the possibility of having another 5-run early inning on back-to-back days against Littlestown. Gladhill trying to clamp down here against Tyler Reinert, who struck out his first time on 3 pitches. This one hit on the ground past the drawn-in infield into right. Coming up throwing is Brookline, and Reinert will hold at third. 1 more in to score as Kuhl comes around. So Cashtown in front now 4-0. Gladhill will deal with first and third once again as Temple comes through with the hit. Dylan Ed, the batter, as he flew out his first time up. This one is popped up on the right-hand side. Drills that black truck that's been a magnet for balls here today. That's the first one that's actually hit it. As long as it's not my car, that's all I ask. We'll let you play a fun game as the fans in the stands here. My car is the brown one that's 1 in on the field side over here, so y'all can keep track of that for your own viewing pleasure. Ball down low to Dylan Ed, and that's been the disease here for Gladhill this inning, is missing the zone. When he has thrown it in the zone, Cashtown's pounced, swinging early and swinging often in this 3rd inning. Dylan Ed, the batter. Here goes Temple. He had second base stolen probably, as that one is fouled off behind the plate. Ed with a fly out to right fielder Jake Saylor his first time up. Saylor has a cannon for an arm, and we've seen him prevent Cashtown runs on 2 occasions here today. Tyler Reinert still at third thanks to Saylor's arm. Littlestown playing in at the corners, back in the middle. They'll concede a 5th run for the double play. Check swing. They're going to say he didn't go. See if they appeal to the base umpire. They do. No swing. A lot of motion in that body. The arms and most things went through, but I think the barrel was held back. Temple, his lead from first, he took off a couple of pitches ago. Gladhill picks up the leg. Here goes Temple again. Ed strikes out. Temple in there standing as the throw is cut off by the pitcher. Littlestown gets the first out of the inning, but a 90 feet advancement from Temple takes the double play out of order. Chris Shackle, the batter now for Cashtown, as he popped out to the second baseman his first time up. He's going to pop over to the left side here. Justin Keith will catch it near the third base bag. And Reinert holding steady, as it would be quite an escape act if Gladhill can pitch out of this without giving up any more runs. At first and third with nobody out. Strikeout and a pop out for Gladhill. And while a lot of damage has already been done this inning, you got to make lemons out of lemonade when you got the chance. 1 more out for Gladhill to get his teammates back into the dugout. Give them a chance to start chipping away at this lead that's been built in this 3rd inning. Cody Clausius, the batter, pops that one up. That's going to end up on the football field. Lands in the brand new set of bleachers over there on the home side of the football stadium, third base side, the visiting side here at Memorial Field. That's going to leave a heck of a dent. Gladhill steps off as the Dodgers' right-handed hurler encountering some trouble this inning. 4 runs in on 4 hits. A pair of errors behind him has helped the cause for Cashtown as well. Strike, a straight one on the outside corner. And maybe that's the key, going with the low outside heater for him, as that seemed to be working earlier on in the ball game. The greatest swing and miss rates you see from major league pitchers are from their secondary offerings, because they're usually trying to tease the zone. There's a heater blown past, cautious, strike 3. But 4, score for Cashtown here in the third. Littlestown's got some catch-up work to do. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, 2 men left in an eventful top of the third. Cashtown leads at 4-0. We'll be back on Fleaflicker Media with the resumption of the third. Here from Littlestown. Littlestown Dodgers will send the bottom third of their order to the plate here as we get ready for the bottom of the third inning. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for Cashtown. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors for the Littlestown Dodgers. They're playing in front of the home folks for what they hope is not the last time this year. Win by Cashtown today punches their ticket into the South Penn League Championship Series, which we'll have for you starting on Thursday at 6 p.m. From North Hagerstown High School, home of the Hubs. Hagerstown Braves versus the winner of this series. Littlestown trailing the series 2-1. Cashtown leading this game 4-0. Those things continue. Cashtown will be the representative from this semifinal series in the finals. Curtis Harmon, the batter, the catcher for Littlestown, had a busy last half inning. Hits this one to left. Caught on the run by Chris Shackle. And 2 pitches and 1 out, as we're sensing a little bit of a theme here for Littlestown's half innings. Kunkel with a 6-pitch bottom of the second. 2 pitches here to get the first guy out in the third. Normally you see this kind of rate of swinging early in the count on a Sunday getaway day in the major leagues, but both teams aggressive in this one. Line to short on the ground. Ketterman throws across and has the out. And another 1-pitch out for Austin Kunkel. 3 up, 3 down in terms of the way 3 pitches, 2 down. And the end man in the order will come up for Littlestown now. Jacob Cromer made the last out. Justin Gladhill, the pitcher, now batting. Swing and a miss as every Littlestown hitter swung at the first strike they've seen in this inning. Gladhill, who they call Gus. A check swing blooper into center, and Gladhill reached out and touched that one, and it's the first Littlestown hit of the game. Comes off the bat of Littlestown's pitcher. So the Dodgers trying to get a little 2-out magic going here. Just throwing the bat at it, and he bloops it in there. Some frustration from the Cashtown guys in the field as their guy rolling along so well here, and that's the play that breaks up the streak. Ball down low to Keith. 7 in a row had been retired by Kunkel after the leadoff walk to Justin Keith, who stands in the box once again for the Dodgers. Strike at the knees, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. To Littlestown's player manager and shortstop for the day, with Trent Copenhaver out. Kunkel from the stretch. The kick, the throw. Keith sends this one to the left side. Shackle camps out under it and has his second put out of the inning. We're through 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. Cashtown leads it 4-0 here in Game 4 of the South Penn Semifinal Series. Top of the 4th inning set to get underway. I want to give a shout out to Dan Schaefer for picking up a piece of my equipment here that rolled off the bleachers up here. So we got our roll of tape back, and we appreciate that. So, the middle inning's underway here now as Cashtown will send 9-1-2 to the plate. They batted around last inning. Aiden Julich led off the 3rd with a single. He'll lead off the 4th and look to replicate that performance. Julich, his first action of this series as he strides to the plate here. Trying to be a little bit of a spark plug for this Cashtown offense. Can't be satisfied with 4 if you're the Pirates. That's the worst thing you can do, get lulled to sleep by the fact you won the last game 7-0 and are up 4-0 today. Strike on the outside corner, and that's the spot that Gladhill has to hit and wasn't able to find successfully last inning. Top of the order due after Julich. This one hit on the ground to 3rd. The throw across to first. 5-3 on the putout as Travis Inch scoops that one up. Going to his left in the hole. And Julich retired for the first out. Zach Ketterman, the batter. Mentioned his time at Western Carolina here earlier. He'll be going back for his junior season in the fall, and he'd like to go with another South Penn League championship under his belt. 1 for 2 for him today as he takes one outside. His sacrifice bunt attempt last inning ended up causing all kinds of trouble for the Dodgers as Gladhill pounced off the mound to field it and airmailed it into center. Ketterman chips this one foul, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Storm clouds starting to pile in here at Littlestown. We've got a new rule in the South Penn League here this year for the playoffs. If a game is stopped due to rain in the South Penn League playoffs this year, that one misses outside to Ketterman, the game has to be restarted and completed in its entirety. So with Cashtown's 4-0 lead here, you know the imperative is on them to get through these 7 innings. One way to do that would be to pile up a 10-run lead and end the game early due to mercy rule. Ketterman drills that one foul. Count goes now to 2 balls and 2 strikes for Ketterman, who delivered the big blow in yesterday's ball game, a 3-run home run over the Tom Collins painting sign in right field. One of 2 home runs for the Pirates in that game, as Simeon Davis followed later with one of his own. Kick and the throw for Gladhill. Ball down low, and the count is full to Ketterman.
Well, don't lose him, bud. Don't lose him. Got it, Gus. Come on, guys.
Gladhill with a nice job to get the first out of the inning here against Julich, looking to get back and rolling here, as he had retired 6 of 7 prior to last inning. Ball bends down and inside, and Ketterman will discard the bat and the wrist protector as he heads down to first. So the top of Cashtown's order doing it once again. Ketterman's been on all 3 times here today. 3 different ways to do it. Travis Black, the batter, with 1 out. Probably not bunting here, but we were wrong in the Travis Black is he bunting game the last time up. Oh, misses inside as he pulls the elbow out of there. Black got a 3-0 pitch to his liking last time up and yanked it through the hole on the left side for an RBI single that made the game a 2-0. Excuse me, that made the game 1-0. That was the first run of the game. Misses inside again, 2 balls and no strikes. So right now, Black sitting here with what would be the game-winning RBI in this one, but looking to help Cashtown add on to it. In baseball, the guy that gets the RBI that puts his team up for good is the one credited with the game-winning RBI. Ketterman chased back to the bag at first, and Black will resume his war on Gladhill here with a 2-0 count. 3-0. He was shooting for the outside corner and missed by a little bit. Over here at first, we've got 4 and 3 and 1. The only thing we're missing is 2 as far as jersey numbers. Travis Black trying to take his number 7 and head down to first base. 3-0 the count again. Picture perfect strike on the outside corner. Delayed steal from Ketterman. The throw. He is safe. Looked like he took off late on that one. Harmon out of the chute, up and throwing, and just late. So Cashtown now with a runner in scoring position, 1 away. Always interesting, the teams that try to run on 3-0, 2-0, 3-1. It could be one wayward pitch away from getting that runner moved to second freely. But then he wouldn't have scored on a single like this one from Black, although he's not going to score on this one as Ketterman will hold up at third. Throw comes into Wirtz, the cutoff man around the mound, and he throws in behind Ketterman. Cashtown playing it very conservatively with less than 2 outs in an inning, just like Hagerstown has been. Cashtown looking to punch their ticket to a Thursday date with Hagerstown. Black with his second hit of the game, and he'll cede the box to DJ Cool. Cool looking for his first hit of the contest, 0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk. He scored a run, and the big rally in the third. Cool sends this one airborne. That's a silo shot. Harmon camping out underneath it, and he's got it for out number 1. Out number 2, excuse me. I'm getting a little behind myself there. So a big second out for Gladhill. Ketterman still at third. Tyler Reinert to the plate, and would be a little bit surprised if they pitched to him here. 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. He's been mashing this postseason. That one misses. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Problem with pitching around Reinert here is on deck is a guy with 2 hits today and 2 plate appearances, Mike Temple. Pickoff throw to first, and Black is back safely. We've gone through most of the South Penn playoffs here without many pickoff throws on our broadcast. We've seen about 5 of them here today by Littlestown. They're really concerned with the Cashtown running game. There's the pitch. Reinert chops it to third. Inch will go the short way to second. 6-4 on the putout. And Gladhill works around a little bit of base traffic to put up another 0 for Littlestown. We're halfway home on the show. It's Cashtown enjoying a 4-0 lead here in what could be a clinching game for them today. Well, absolutely beautiful temperatures here at the ballpark in Littlestown right now. The sun trying to poke through here on the right side, but some good cloud cover here today at Memorial Field. Looking like it's going to rain at some point here today. Hopefully not before we get 7 in this one. But the cloud cover definitely providing some much needed cooling breeze from what was supposed to be a 90-degree day here at the ballpark. And instead of cooking like chicken here, we're enjoying a nice ball game. Cashtown holding the 4-0 lead over Littlestown, and they hold all the cards with a 2-1 lead in this best-of-5 series. The Dodgers are going to need to rally. But familiar territory for them, and familiar opponent to do it against, as they trailed by 3 in the middle innings in the last game here on Thursday, and rallied back to win against Cashtown 4-3. Brandon Nail will lead things off. Takes the ball down low. Nail, and perhaps the key at bat of the game for Littlestown, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning. This one hit on the ground. Black up with it, throw across to first. And there's 1 out. To the plate, the number 3 hitter, Sam Wirtz. As he takes that one for a strike. Wirtz 0 for 1 on the day. Five for 16 on the postseason. Takes that one in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. To Littlestown's first baseman. Last to the left, Ketterman with a diving effort, but it's in vain as that one squirts on through into right field, and Wirtz will round the bag at first with his 6th hit of this postseason for the Dodgers. So 1 on, 1 out here now. And Travis Inch, who handled the final out of the top of the 4th inning, will look to keep from being the 2nd out of the bottom of the 4th inning. Inch hit one to Zach Ketterman his first time up. Was retired, 6-3. That one misses high, and Sam Wirtz is going to move up to second as that ball goes down to the backstop. Littlestown with a runner in scoring position here now, and 2 licks to try and bring him home. Quick visit with the mound there from Dylan N, perhaps to discuss some signs or whatever play they have on here if Wirtz tries to take third. That doesn't make any sense. If he tries to take third, they're just going to throw it through. Want to know the count to Inch. Here's the pitch, foul, tipped at the plate, and the count now 1 ball and 1 strike to Littlestown's third baseman. Inch now 3 for 15 on the postseason with his earlier ground out. Trying to move Sam Wirtz along here from second base as Littlestown looks for their first run in 11 innings of action, 10 innings of action. Kunkel the pitch, that one just missed, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Cashtown Pirates, 4 straight South Penn League titles from 2017 to 2020. The defending titleists, the Hagerstown Braves, waiting for the winner of this series. Strike at the knees, and that looked lower than the pitch that was called ball 2. Count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cashtown leading at 4-0 thanks to a 4-run outburst in the 3rd inning. George Marinos here bringing you all the live action of South Penn semifinal game number 4. Ball high and tight, and the count now full to Travis Inch. There you see Sam Wirtz out at second base for the Dodgers. Kunkel from the stretch. Timeout called at the plate by Inch as he wants to collect his thoughts here. Maybe disrupt the rhythm of Kunkel a little bit. Black sneaking in behind Wirtz. Here comes the pitch to the plate. Ball 4. And Littlestown has a bit of a rally going here in the 4th inning, as Inch will head down to first base. Two on now for the number 5 hitter. Jake Saylor has already shown his defensive prowess in this game. He'll be looking for his 3rd hit of the postseason. He's had hits in each of the last 2 games after going hitless in the first 3. Or the first 4, excuse me. Oh no, it was the first 3 actually. Littlestown's played 5 playoff games coming into this one. There's a strike to Saylor. Kunkel with the pitch. Saylor is going to line this one to center field. That's down and rolling to the wall. Saylor on his horse. 1 run is in. Here comes Inch. The throw to the plate. He is out. What a relay from the outfield by the Cashtown Pirates. Dylan Ad there to apply the tag on the midsection of the sliding Inch. And Littlestown runs themselves into an out on the bases. Jake Saylor with an RBI double to put the Dodgers on the board, but the Pirates will definitely take it as they get the first out, or the second out of the inning, excuse me. So Littlestown on the board, but 2 down now as Saylor stands at second base with his RBI double. Certainly feels good for him, but the back end of that play a little bit of a rally killer for the Dodgers. Ball misses up high to the number 6 hitter, Justin Brookhart, who popped out in foul territory over near our location. Back in the 2nd inning, the ball was caught by Tyler Reinert. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Sent airborne. Ketterman tracking. He'll haul it in short left field. So the Dodgers on the board. They got a feeling they could have had more, but they get 1 on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. At the end of 4 innings, it's Cashtown 4 and Littlestown 1. Here on Fleaflicker Media. So as we come back to the yard here for the 5th inning, who am I kidding? We never left. We'll go through the scoring summary here for this one. Cashtown put up their 4 runs in the top half of the 3rd inning. Eden Julich led off with a single, grounded back up the middle. Zach Ketterman with a sacrifice bunt, but reached on a throwing error by the pitcher into center field. Travis Black followed with a single on a 3-0 count to make it 1-0. DJ Cole walked to load the bases, and then Tyler Reinert brought home a 2 with a single, only credited with 1 RBI though, as there was an error in left field. Mike Temple followed with an RBI single of his own, and Cashtown led it 4-0 with nobody out and runners on 1st and 3rd before Justin Gladhill recovered to strike out 2 of the next 3 and get a pop out to prevent further damage. Then in the bottom of the 4th, which you just saw, Jake Saylor roped what looked like it was going to be a 2-run triple as it went over the center fielder's head and rolled towards the wall. But it was run down there by Julich, thrown into the cutoff man, and a seed to the plate to gun down Travis Inch at the dish. 1 run scored on the play, and the Dodgers are on the board now as a result of that play. 4-1 as we head to the 5th. Justin Gladhill will continue on the rubber for Cashtown. Excuse me, for Littlestown. These early games are tough on everybody, including our broadcast crew and my vocabulary. Mike Temple, the batter for Cashtown, looking to expand on a 2-for-2 day. Pair of singles for him, a run batted in for Cashtown's right fielder. This one stroked to left, going. That's going to roll up against the wall. That one will hit the wall. Temple racing for second. He looked like he was going to go to 3rd. Dives back into the bag safely. Mike Temple with some loud contact here to begin the 5th as Cashtown looks to recoup the run they just gave up. So a 3-hit day for Temple. And he's an early candidate for player of the game. Although it's getting late early here in Littlestown as we approach as we're in the final 3 innings now. These 7-inning games, the conclusion sneaks up on you. Dylan Ed, the batter, pops this one foul. That'll go into the street on to East Myrtle. That one hit the stop sign and comes rocketing back. Reminds me of those old MLB triple play games from the early 2000s when you had the batting practice home run derby mode where you had all kinds of obstacles you had to try and hit the ball off in the outfield, like a pirate ship, an elephant. That one dips outside the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. You always got extra points for hitting the pirate ship, and then it usually fired off its cannons if you hit it enough times. And you got points for that, too. The Cashtown Pirates, meanwhile, looking to add to their lead here in the 5th. 1-1 to Dylan Ed. 2-1 to Dylan Ed, as that one misses head high. Mike Temple reached on a double to lead off the inning. Was thinking about 3rd, but had to head back to 2nd. We're seeing some stellar outfield play in this game here today. I apologize for that motion of the camera right there, as we were having a little bit of an issue. This one popped up on the right-hand side. Seems like it would be a fun game for the fans in the stands to play, as long as your car is not involved in it, but kind of like a bingo card game to see which cars get hit, which cars don't get hit. Who am I kidding? That's awful. It's an awful idea. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the batter, Dylan Ed. Gladhill, the kick, the throw. Just misses outside, and the Littlestown fans not overly happy with that call, as that's been a location that's been called a strike today. Ed 0 for 2. The payoff pitch coming from Gladhill. Temple, the lead from second. Doubt he's going anywhere unless the Dodgers completely sleep on him here. Here's the kick, the toss. Popped up to shallow center field. Hauled in there by Brookhart, excuse me. And Temple will hold steady at the second base bag. So Cashtown's put the leadoff guy on now in every inning except for the fourth. They've squandered some opportunities to score here today, and you wonder if a Littlestown comeback is in the offing and if Cashtown's going to rue some of these chances they didn't capitalize on. Chris Shackle to the plate. He's popped out twice. Once to second, once to short. Taking care of both sides of the infield. Ball down low, 1-0. Since the second inning, I don't know what Gladhill's ball-strike ratio has been, but he's been laboring out there, throwing a lot of pitches outside the strike zone. And he's doing a good job tap dancing through the danger, except for that third inning. 2-0 now to Shackle, the 2019 South Penn League MVP. He received a whopping total of votes that year to pick up the award. Gladhill to the rubber. Here's the pitch. Misses down, 3 balls and no strikes. The home plate umpire might be having a little bit of an anchoring problem, as that low outside corner has been dancing around on him here today. The high strike has been non-existent in this series, but the low strike, as that one dips over the plate, catches the front corner of the zone. Catcher caught it low, which gave the illusion that it was out of the strike zone, but from the side angle you could tell it crossed the front knee, which is roughly in line with the front of the plate here for Chris Shackle. 3 balls and 1 strike. Gladhill with the offering. Temple at second. Ball 4 high. And Cashtown has 2 on here now in the 5th, as Shackle will trundle on down to first base. He'll join Mike Temple on the base paths. And we get down toward the bottom of Cashtown's order, as Cody Clausius was the scheduled hitter, but it looks like Ethan Ketterman, I think, is going to take this at bat here. For Ethan Ketterman, he's 0 for 7 on the postseason, hit 123 during the regular year, which pushed him to a bench role, but he's tapped on the shoulder here to hit for Clausius in a big spot. Oh, this one's drilled way back, but way foul. Off the ticket shack and the entrance gate down there in left field. Off the bat, that ball sounded like it was gone, and nobody on Littlestown moved. That'd be a little bit of a scary feeling for Gladhill out there, but as Greg Maddox used to always say, it's just a long, loud strike one. He's ahead in the count now, and will deliver another pitch to Ketterman. Swing and a miss on that one as he stuffs the heater by him. We count no balls and 2 strikes now to Ketterman. Hellacious amount of contact there on the first pitch for Ketterman, but not rewarded at all. As we mentioned earlier, looking for his first hit of the playoffs. Would be a pretty big one. This one is hit to second. Throw to short. Keith on to first. 6, 4, 3. Rack 'em up. And Littlestown out of the inning just like that, as Brookhart gets the ground ball to the second baseman Brandon Nail, and he turns it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. At the end of 4 1/2, it's Cashtown holding steady with their 4-1 lead over Littlestown. We get ready for the bottom of the 5th. For visiting Cashtown, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. And for homestanding Littlestown, no runs, 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Dodgers on the comeback trail here as they've cut into Cashtown's 4-0 lead. Dodgers back to work against Austin Kunkel for a 5th inning. It'll be the bottom third of the order to greet him. And if anybody reaches, Littlestown will start their 3rd time through the order, with the venerable shortstop Justin Keith at the top of the order. Curtis Harmon, Jacob Cromer, and Justin Gladhill will be the scheduled hitters. So for Cashtown, we saw the pinch hitter Ketterman at the end of last inning. That's not having any bearing on their defensive alignment, as Ketterman hit for the designated hitter. So he still gets to prop his feet up in the dugout and watch this one. Here this half inning, a cushy gig. Although some guys really like to play every inning in the field. Take Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves, for example. Seems like he's on a mission to play every inning in the field this year. Harmon, the batter, he flew out to left field his first time up. 2 for 9 on the postseason for Curtis Harmon. Jack knifes away from that one on the inside corner, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. To Littlestown's backstop. The kick and the toss. That one catches the outside corner, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike now. Well, this would be the landmark inning, normally with impending weather, to make the game official, but with the new South Penn rules for the playoffs this year, this game has to be completed 7 innings in its entirety. Then it'll go back to the beginning. Everything will be wiped clean if they don't get 7 innings in. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Harmon, as Kunkel tries to close the door here on any Littlestown uprisings. Dodgers just want to get somebody on here so they can get back to the top of the order and start to chip away at this thing again. Swing and a miss from Harmon, and the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think he chased ball 4, to be honest. It was a borderline pitch up around the letters. But that high strike, as we said, has not been called in this series by any of the umpiring crews. Hit on the ground to Ketterman, and that's the wrong guy. He'll fire it across to first. Maybe a touch low. Reinert digging it out. 6-3 on the putout once again. And when is Littlestown going to learn to stop hitting it to the shortstop? Number of well-fielded ground balls by Ketterman here today. He's handled the odd pop-up in this game. Been involved in a double play turn. Jacob Cromer to the dish. He hit it to shortstop his last time up. Takes a strike, thigh high, and the count 0 balls and 1 strike to one of the longest tenured members of this Dodgers squad. He may be the longest tenured member of this Dodgers squad, as he chops this one on the ground to third. He didn't hit it to short, but DJ Cole proving equally capable of handling the Baltimore chop over there at third base. And Cromer is out number 2. And after dealing with the hiccup of last inning, it's Kunkel getting right back to the business of retiring these hitters in quick order with a small number of pitches. 7 outs to get for Cashtown to win this series. They'll try to make Justin Gladhill the first one of those outs, as that pitch misses. 1 ball and no strikes.
There we go.
Hard hit to left field. That one's through, and Gladhill with his 2nd hit of the game. And he's the one guy that's really had Kunkel figured out here today, the opposing pitcher. He's got a pair of singles on his ledger today. 2 out of the 4 hits that Littlestown has in this ball game. They're getting doubled up in that category by Cashtown. They'd love to be getting doubled up in runs right now. That means they got another one on the board. Top of the order now is Justin Keith. takes his strides into the box and stands there waiting for pitch number 1. High, fly ball to left. Shackle staggering under it. Could have called a fair catch on that one like a punt returner. Shortstop and left field, the two most exercised spots on the Cashtown defense here today. They're pulling Kunkel a lot, but not getting a lot of results out of it. Through 5, it's Cashtown holding a 4-1 lead over the Littlestown Dodgers, needing to win just this game to clinch a spot in the South Penn Finals. Top of the 6th is impending here at Memorial Field. Not the one in Baltimore, but the one in Littlestown. As we look through the Littlestown box score, 5 of their outs have been hit on the ground to shortstop, and another one in the air. Let's see if I'm reading that correctly. Yes, 5 of their ground ball outs have been hit to shortstop, 1 in the air, and 3 outs have been hit in the air to left field. So that's 9 of their 12 outs that have been recorded by those 2 players, Zach Ketterman and Chris Shackle. DJ Cool also has handled a ground ball. 10 of the 12 Littlestown outs have been pulled. And it seems like that's what teams like to do with Austin Kunkel when he's on the hill. They like to pull him, but he's able to limit the hard contact and utilize that strong, bolted down left side of the Cashtown infield. Aiden Julich, the batter. He kick-started the one and only Cashtown scoring rally in this ball game with a base hit to lead off the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. Fouled off in the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Cashtown's center fielder today. Top of the order next with Ketterman, Travis Black, and DJ Cole. So it's paramount that Gladhill gets the out here. 0-2 pitch, fouled off, and Julich staying alive. This is just what he did versus before his 3rd inning single. Fouled off a couple of pitches to stay alive before finally getting one to his liking and crushing it back up the middle. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That one tails outside, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes as a modicum of count leverage gained by Julich. Checks up his swing, and that one misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you're tuning in here with us on Fleaflicker Media, drop a comment in the comment section so we can give you a shout out on the broadcast. Otherwise, we don't know exactly who's watching because it doesn't notify us. This one hit on the ground to short. That's going to get through Keith. And it's going to be an infield single for Julich, who runs halfway down the right field line, hustling that one out. And the Pirates have the leadoff man on for the 5th time in 6 innings. Well, it's considered a successful day if they win this ball game, but getting a leadoff man on 5 innings and only scoring in 1 of those innings, it's got to be nerve-wracking. Ketterman to the plate now, Zach Ketterman. This one is driven to center, going. That one is gone. 2-run home run for Zach Ketterman. His second in as many days, and the Pirates push their lead to 6-1. As that one exceeds the center field fence, pretty much squared up perfectly for Cashtown's shortstop. He's doing a little bit of everything here today. And the Pirates climb on top 6-1. As they'll head back to the visitors' dugout here and watch the rest of the inning unfold. Big gut crunch there for Littlestown. Travis Black, the hitter, hits this one to center. Brookhart catches it. 1 down here for Cashtown in the 6th. Now Zach Coons is coming into the game for DJ Cole. He'll take his first at bat. Coons 1 for 4 on the postseason, hit .261 during the regular year. It's Cashtown getting some other players here into the game. Coons has been a little bit of a defensive replacement for Cole at times here as they reach the key innings of a potential clinching game. They'll go with a little bit more agility out there at third base. Check swing up high as he takes that one. 2 players wear number 13 on the Cashtown roster, Ryan Jones and Zach Coons, but this is Coons. Strike called, and no balls and 2 strikes now the count. For Coons, the Fairfield product. Hits this one to short. Keith up with it, and the throw on to first. So 2 away here now. That blast by Ketterman. We don't have a stat cast on this broadcast, so we can't give you an estimated distance. There's not even a posted distance on the center field wall, but I'm guessing over 400 feet. Now here's Tyler Reinert, who left the building here on Thursday night, giving Cashtown at the time a 3-1 lead. Pops this one foul over the screen behind home plate. There's a nice refreshing breeze blowing through the ballpark here. Cashtown holding the lead 6-1. They've got 6 outs left to get. We're starting to get towards danger time here for Littlestown. As we said, if you have more runs to make up than outs left to give, you're in trouble. Littlestown not quite there yet. As that one hits Reinert in the trapezius, and he'll head down to first base. Might have been the deltoid muscle. Well, that ball was labeled for him right away, and as long as you don't lean into it as a hitter, they'll give you first base. Who did we see the other night? It was somebody from the Mets. I think Brandon Nimmo or Jeff McNeil stuck his elbow down into the strike zone to get hit by a pitch, and they didn't call it. As the batter, Mike Temple. Temple 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. Here's the kick from Gladhill. Strike 1, strike 2 to Temple. Temple has raised his batting average on the postseason exponentially in this one. We'll tell you what that is in a moment here. Ball misses high. For Temple, he came in on the postseason 2 for 14. He's now 5 for 17, which is right around 300. So, in the short sample size of the playoffs, what a good afternoon can do for your batting average. Check swing up high and 2-2. And this is a late 90s steroid era strike zone. As the pitch up at the letters, forget about it. Gladhill ready to give the 2-2 offering. The lead from first. Here is a ground ball. Gladhill scoops it up, smacks it into the glove, and throws it over to Wirtz for the final out. But 2 more runs score on the home run by Zach Ketterman. Cashtown comfortably in front, 6-1, as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on Fleaflicker Media. Cashtown with 1 defensive change here as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Zach Coons coming into the game at third base for the Cashtown Pirates. DJ Cole's afternoon is done as he'll get to have a sip of Arnold Palmer and tip his feet up there in the dugout and relax and watch the rest of this one as a spectator. Cole contributing with a walk and a run scored in this one and an assist in the field defensively. So a rest well earned for him. Austin Kunkel back to the hill here now, and it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Littlestown order to face him. Brandon Nail, Sam Wirtz, and Travis Inch. A group of hitters that's a combined 1 for 5 today with a walk. Nail, the first man to greet Kunkel here in the 6th inning. So he looks for another quick one here. Swinging at the first pitch is Nail and fouling it off into the trees across the road. No balls and 1 strike from Kunkel, who's been pumping strikes here today. And his offense has put up 6 runs of support for him here. Misses low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hagerstown awaiting the winner of this series. Got to imagine some of the Hagerstown guys watching this one, as that one misses 2 balls and 1 strike. George Marinos bringing you all the live action of South Penn baseball as Kunkel kicks and delivers. This one chopped on the ground to short. It's Ketterman up with it. The throw on to first for the out. And 1 down. So 1 away for Littlestown here in the home half of the 6th inning. Sam Wirtz standing in there. He hopes this isn't his last plate appearance of the season, but what a year it's been for him. Hit .320 on the year. 5 for 15 during the postseason as he takes ball 1, the count 1 ball and no strikes. To the guy who may very well be the team MVP for the Dodgers. This is down low, 2 balls and no strikes from Kunkel. Well, to get Wirtz up again, all they got to do is get a couple of runners on here, and that's how they're going to start a rally. And that's our John Madden obvious statement of the game. The point of the game is to score more runs than the other team. Thanks for tuning in. Called strike at the letters, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Hey, at least I didn't call them points. Cashtown with 6 points on the board today. Wirtz grounds that one hard down the line at third. That one's going to get in there past the diving effort of Coons. Not a thing he could do to get on that one, and Wirtz. A 1-out base runner here for Littlestown with his 2nd base hit of the afternoon. And that'll clear the way for Travis Inch. Five hits now for Littlestown. As the wind rippling through the ballpark here. Inch takes strike one at the thighs. The count, no balls and 1 strike. Those of you not tuning in here on the broadcast, or those of you who have friends who aren't tuning in, give them a call, let them know. South Penn Semifinals going on. Got a solid game going here from Littlestown. Misses low, 1 ball and 1 strike. The one thing that would make this a little bit more climactic here is if Littlestown could put a couple of runners on. They've already got one in the form of Sam Wirtz. Just fell to raindrops, so the precipitation has arrived here in Littlestown. Inch sends this one to right field. That's going to get down for a single, and it kicks away from the right fielder Temple. Inch hung out between first and second. The throw back, and he is in there without a throw. So it'll be a single and an E9 for Cashtown. As Inch with the 6th hit of the game for Littlestown, Sam Wirtz up to third as the Dodgers look to chip away here. And Jake Saylor will be the batter. Been a weird game. The kind of errors that have been committed in this game have been errors that have been committed after the hit in the outfield. You don't usually see a lot of outfield errors, even at the semi-pro level. Some men on the corners for Jake Saylor. Saylor doubled, driving home the Littlestown run his last time up. Check swing, and that one must have missed inside. The count, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, looks as good as a hit here if you're Littlestown. You gotta continue to check off those markers like a game of sorry. You gotta keep putting those markers on the bases here. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. More guys you get on base, the closer you get to bringing the tying run to the dish. Saylor with his 3rd hit of the postseason his last time up. The 1-1 pitch misses inside, 2-1. Doesn't look like any warm-up action anywhere for Cashtown, so they may be inclined to let Kunkel run with this one here for a little bit, as the rain's starting to pick up a little bit. Kunkel with the kick. The pitch, that one misses outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. And Kunkel one wayward one away from walking the bases loaded here in the 6th. And boy, wouldn't this be something if Littlestown could bring the tying run to the on-deck circle. We play 7 innings here in the South Penn, so before long, Littlestown's going to have to hang a crooked number on the board. This one hit to left, that's down for a base hit, and Saylor with his 2nd RBI of the game as Wirtz in to score. And the Dodgers pull one closer. 6-2 now, as the Pirates' lead is trimmed. First and second now for the Dodgers. They try to keep it going here. Justin Brookhart, the batter. He's without a hit in 2 trips today. Tying run in the on-deck circle. That's in the form of Curtis Harmon. That one misses in the dirt, and both runners are going to move up. Into third goes Travis Inch, and up to second, Saylor. Saylor, who has both runs batted in for Littlestown today, hopes that he's not the only one with that distinction at the end of this at-bat. I believe the count 1 ball and 1 strike to Brookhart, who's no stranger to the dramatics for Littlestown. Here's the kick. The pitch, check swing. 2 balls and no strikes. Kunkel could be run out of the steam a little bit here. Been an excellent 5 innings for him today. Got the first man here in the 6th. Brookhart takes a strike, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. As we said earlier, Kunkel pitched 11 innings in a 4-day span against the Frederick Flying Dogs earlier, and you wonder if that's starting to catch up with him a little bit here today. Brookhart with a broken bat, grounder to short. Ketterman up with it, throw on to first for the out. The run scores for Littlestown. Cashtown will trade the out for the run as Inch in to score. An RBI for Brookhart, as that brings the Dodgers a little bit closer. It's a little bit bittersweet here if you're the Dodgers. It's not like it's the last inning, but it is one less out you have to play with now. But one more run you'll take into the 7th. Curtis Harmon, the batter, 0 for 2. Fly out to left, ground out to short. Pops that one foul behind home plate. As the Dodgers have rallied for 2 here in the 7th. Harmon trying to keep this rally from dying. Runner at third for Littlestown. That's Saylor. Swing and a miss from Harmon. The breaking ball pulled the string on that. That was nasty. They count no balls and 2 strikes now. Yeah, that's the thing that's in vogue. That's what the kids say these days for a really good pitch that fools the batter. That's nasty. Pitch to Harmon, and he plumps this one foul. Seven hits now for the Dodgers. 2 errors for them to go along with their 3 runs. For Cashtown, 6 runs. They've done that on 10 hits and committed 1 error. It came earlier this inning. That one hit Harmon in the back, and he's bailed out on a 0-2 pitch. I'm sure that didn't feel all that great, but the fact that he gets to go to first base more than makes up for that. And now the tying run will be in the batter's box for the first time here today. The temptation for Cromer could be to try to overswing and do a little bit too much here. He's got to just try to put together a good at-bat, maybe drive in another run here for Littlestown and keep the line moving. Very few guys in the South Penn League, when they step to the plate, do you think of them as, man, this is a chance for the ball to go over the fence. But Cromer just looking to keep things going here. Looked like Eric Ketterman out to the mound for a visit here with his pitcher and catcher, Dylan Ed and Austin Kunkel. Curtis Harmon, the runner at first. He's there after getting hit in the tailbone by a pitch. Jake Saylor over at third after his RBI single. Cashtown holding on to the lead 6-3 against Littlestown, and this is one of the reasons why you got to keep scoring. Fouled off by Cromer, fastball up in his kitchen, and he tips that one back to the screen. So glad you've tuned us here on Fleaflicker Media for Game 4 of the South Penn Semifinal Series. Cashtown leads the series 2-1. They lead the game 6-3 in the second to last inning. Here's the pitch. Cromer drives this one to center. Camping out is Julich, and he'll haul it in for out number 3. Littlestown leaves a couple. They put 2 on the board. They trail 6-3 going into the 7th. Last licks for both teams coming up. Top of the 7th inning about to transpire before your very eyes here on Fleaflicker Media. It's Game 4 of the South Penn Semifinal Series. Only game in town right now is Littlestown and Cashtown. The only teams in the league playing right now. Hagerstown punched their spot to the Championship Series with a 12-2 victory over Biglerville yesterday. If Cashtown holds on to their lead here, they'll be joining the Braves on Thursday evening in Hagerstown. If Littlestown wins, we'll have a Game 5 in Cashtown on Tuesday night. Dylan Ed drives this one to left. That's down for a hit, cut off nicely. A beautiful play over there by Jacob Cromer to hold Dylan Ed to a single, leading off the 7th. That ball was smashed, but Cromer got on his horse right away and got after it. And the number 6 hitter for Cashtown is held to a single. 11th hit of the game for the Pirates. And Chris Shackle to the plate now. Shackle 0 for 3, grounded into a double play his last time up. This one is hit to left, Cromer ranging back, circling, and he's got it for out number 1. As Cashtown getting around on Gladhill a little bit here in the 7th. Littlestown with limited players available here today, so it looks like they're going to try to finish this one out with Gladhill and then go score 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Mike Temple warming up over on the third base side for Cashtown, so we'll see if he's tasked with the save opportunity here for the Pirates today. It's Ethan Ketterman up to the plate for his second at-bat of the day. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Boy, these guys on both teams are swinging like they got someplace to be. Normally you got someplace to be on Friday evening rather than Sunday afternoon. There's the kick and the throw from Gladhill. Swing and a miss, and it's no balls and 2 strikes now to Ketterman, the designated hitter who pinch hit for Cody Clausius last inning. Ketterman grounded into a double play in the 6th. There's the pitch, breaking ball that just misses outside. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the people in the stands over here to my right, they liked that pitch. Back to the rubber is Gladhill. To the belt, the twist, the delivery. Yeah! Swing and a miss, and Ketterman is struck out on 4 pitches. So 2 down now here in the 7th. Gladhill 1 more out to get his boys back to the bat rack for what they hope isn't the final time all year. Number 9 spot in there is Aiden Julich, who singled twice and scored a pair of runs, bats. Pickoff throw to first. Slap tag on the back of Dylan Ed, but he's in there safely. Gladhill with the first offering to Julich. The slide stop misses high, 1 ball and no strikes. And you look into the on-deck circle, that's the guy they don't want to come to the plate. Zach Ketterman, who has 2 extra base hits already today, including a 2-run homer, and had a 3-run homer in yesterday's ball game. The 1-0 pitch from Gladhill. Julich dunks this one down the third base line. Cromer over to recover it, and it'll be a single for Julich, his 3rd hit of the ball game. Cashtown will have 2 on, and Zach Ketterman will indeed get to bat 1 more time here. Ketterman 2 for 3. Doubled in the first, reached on an error in the second, came around to score, walked, and then hit a 2-run homer his last time up. And he's been swinging early, so Gladhill's got to be on high alert here. Here's the pitch, misses up and away to Ketterman. Ketterman now 6 for 14 on the postseason. It's nearly a 400 batting average. Not a math major, so I can tell you exactly what it is. I think it's 38 something. Ketterman drills this one to center, sliding to make the catch is Brookhart. And that will close out the top of the 7th. Littlestown coming up one more time. 3 outs left. They got to get at least 3 runs to keep this thing going. We'll have it for you live here on Fleaflicker Media.
Come on, guys. We're on here.
Come on, y'all got this.
Last of the 7th. Will it be the last half inning here in Littlestown this year? Time will tell. We got 8, 9, and 1 in the Littlestown order coming up as they try to prolong this game and by proxy prolong this series. Jacob Cromer will be the first man up. Then it'll be the number 9 spot, Justin Gladhill, who's got a pair of hits today. And then Justin Keith, the player manager for Littlestown. And it's going to be Austin Kunkel at least to start the 7th here for Cashtown, as the man who was warming up down the third baseline, Mike Temple, is the right fielder for Cashtown still, and he's there to start the inning. Talking things over on the mound. Kunkel with his corner infielders. They wait for the Cashtown catcher, Dylan Ed, who was on the bases when the final out was made last inning, just now getting his equipment fully on. The tools of ignorance as he goes behind the plate here. Cashtown protecting a 6-3 lead. They win here today, they'll get 3 days off before their next game, which would be Thursday night in Hagerstown at 6 p.m. Littlestown wins. These two teams got to pack things up and travel over to Cashtown 2 days from now. And you know Cashtown wants those days off. They want the days off, but they also want to not have to face a winner-take-all game. That didn't work out so well for them last season in the semifinals against Hagerstown. Though Cashtown won a winner-take-all game in Game 3 of the first round here this year. As this one is hit to center. And it's going to be caught by Julich, who's been one of the stars of the game today for Cashtown. 1 pitch and 1 out. So fly ball to center for Cromer. And now Justin Gladhill. Oh, excuse me, that was Justin Gladhill that made the last out there. Cromer made the last out of the previous inning. So Justin Keith will now be the batter. Squaring to bunt, and it's a strike. So Keith 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts to left field and a walk. No balls and 1 strike. Keith sends this one in the air down the left field line. Coons barreling after it and unable to come up with it, much to the enjoyment and hilarity of most of the people sitting around the outskirts of the ballpark here today. Appreciate it, Max. Max Lang tuning in here on the broadcast. We appreciate our fans and followers, and we love bringing these games to everybody. 2 strikes to the batter, Justin Keith. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. We play 7 in the South Penn League. Chopper foul. Count holds steady at no balls and 2 strikes to Littlestown's shortstop today. It's been Kunkel all the way on the hill for the Pirates. 6 1/3 to this point. Giving up 7 hits. 3 earned runs. Swing and a miss from Keith, and he's out number 2. As Kunkel and the Pirates 1 out away from punching their ticket to the home of the Hubs, North Hagerstown High School. We'll have that one for you as well, regardless of whether or not there's a Game 5 in this series needed before that one. Not looking good for Littlestown right now as they're down to their final out, and it's Brandon Nail. Nail is 0 for 3, 3 groundouts, 2 to short, 1 to second, and he takes strike 1 as Kunkel's starting this inning off very quickly. That one bounces in the dirt at the feet of Nail, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Broadcasting these games, there's so many different buttons on the screen and weird spots that you can hit when trying to zoom. There's a microphone button up here at the top, and keep hitting that one. I don't know what exactly the purpose of it is. The 1-1 pitch is high, and it's 2-1 now to Brandon Nail. Looking to join the Littlestown hit parade here today. Chopper back to the mound. Kunkel will run it over to first. He's going to take it himself. And that'll do it. The Cashtown Pirates win this series 3-1. They're champions of the semifinals, and they'll head on to Hagerstown on Thursday evening. Didn't think Kunkel was going to take it all the way. You usually flip it to your first baseman for the work they have to do getting over there. But Kunkel took it all the way himself, and that puts an end to this ball game. Cashtown takes it 6-3. They take the series 3-1. So glad for all of you that tuned in here with us on Fleaflicker Media for games 1, 3, and 4 of this series. Each of the Cashtown wins. We were in Biglerville on Thursday night as Littlestown pulled off a nice come-from-behind victory in game 2 of this series. So the Pirates on to face Hagerstown. We'll have 3 days off before our next Fleaflicker broadcast. This game done in a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and 13 minutes on the broadcast. For Cashtown, they had 6 runs. They did it on 11 hits and committed just 1 error. Littlestown had 3 runs, 7 hits, and committed 2 errors. The win goes to Austin Kunkel. He's 2-0 this postseason. Justin Gladhill takes the loss. Award a player of the game now, and we're going to go with Aiden Julich, the number 9 hitter for Cashtown, as he had an absolutely outstanding game at the plate. 3 singles, scored 2 runs, and his single leading off the decisive 3rd inning rally in this one for Cashtown was huge, as they put up 4 in the 3rd inning, and those 4 were just enough to win the game here today. Zach Ketterman, his 2nd straight day with a home run. This one a 2-run shot to dead center for the Pirates. Littlestown mounted a comeback late as they put the tying run in the batter's box in the 6th inning, but it came up short as they went down in order in the 7th under the weight of Austin Kunkel and his complete game performance. So we'll see you again on Thursday night. Game 1 of the Championship Series set, Cashtown Pirates at the Hagerstown Braves, 6 o'clock p.m. at North Hagerstown High School. Not sure what the pitching matchups are yet, and not sure that either manager knows yet either. That's 3 days away. Though if Anthony Lippy is available, we figure to see him probably in Game 1. So we thank all of you for tuning in here on the broadcast and all season long. For the Dodgers, it was a good season for them, 21-9 during the regular season, 3rd place in the South Penn League. Then they won 3 playoff games and dropped 3 playoff games, semifinalists for a 2nd straight year. This year not as heartbreaking as last year when they blew a 2-0 lead to Shippensburg in the semifinals, but nonetheless, tough to swallow for Littlestown after the season they've had. So the Pirates go on to win this one, and they continue to exact some revenge on the Dodgers from the 70s and 80s when the Dodgers won 12 straight titles and beat Cashtown in most of the finals back then. It'll be Cashtown to the finals for the 5th time in 6 years, and for the 3rd straight year they'll face Hagerstown in the playoffs. Last year they faced them in the semifinals. Hagerstown winning in 5 games. The year before, a double elimination bracket. Cashtown won 2 elimination games in Hagerstown to win the championship. So that about does it from the ballpark here. We'll be with you again, as I said, on Thursday night at 6 from Hagerstown. If you can't make it out to the ball game, watch here on Fleaflicker Media. This is George Marinos signing off. Have a good rest of your afternoon, everybody.